and welcome back to Burning Daylight with Maria Antoinette. That's me. Today, I am going to be showing you 3 super simple no-sew costumes for your kids, not for you. But they're gonna be super easy, so let's get right into the first one. Our first project is this amazing superhero cape. This is made from an old t-shirt. It gets no simpler than this. So our first step is going to be using a piece of felt. You're gonna simply draw out your child's first initial and cut it out. Now that we have our initial cut out, it is time to make the cape. Our next step is going to be cutting a triangle into our old t-shirt. Make sure that you do not cut the neckline because that's the part that's going to secure it on your child's back. So you're gonna wanna take the top layer, you're gonna cut a triangle up to the neck. Our next step is going to be removing all of this flap by trimming around the neck. And the last step to cutting out your cape is going to be taking from that angle and lining it up with this to remove the arm of the t-shirt. Now it's time to add our finishing touches to this. Fabric glue, your letter. Go ahead and remove this hem. This allows the cape to flow a lot freer. All right, so I'm gonna let this dry for about an hour or 2, and G will be ready to take flight. Speaking of taking flight, how amazing are these bird wings? I am going to show you how to do this as easy as possible and as quickly as possible. Let's get into it. Our first step is going to be making our base. I'm using a piece of flannel. You guys can use any colors that you want. I'm going to be cutting out a half circle on the fold. You guys do not overstress this being perfect. Our next step is going to be gluing these 2 flaps together. I'm gonna be using fabric glue to secure the 2 pieces together. All right, we got that all secured and glued down. I'm gonna set that aside and let it dry. Don't throw away your scraps just yet. We're going to use this to make our ties. This first one we'll use to do for the necktie. Then we're gonna make one more fold to keep those unfinished edges hidden. We're gonna set this aside and let it dry. And now we're going to do our arm ties. And we'll set this aside and let it dry. So now we're ready to cut our scalloped strips. It is a little time consuming, but it's so worth it at the end. I'm going to be using quilt fabric. And we're going to repeat that with our other colors. Let's get this thing constructed. Let's go ahead and attach our necktie. You and fabric glue will become big friends after this. And now to get our scallop strips onto the body of our bird. When placing these, you want to give yourself about 1 inch in between, and it's awesome if you can brick lay your scallop. Everything is on. Now let's get all of this excess cut off. We're gonna follow our pattern we already cut, leaving these at the bottom alone. With all of the excess cut off, it's starting to take shape. Find the middle, and we're going to do a single cut right up the middle. We're not gonna cut directly through the middle of the last 2 of our scallop rows. We're gonna cut underneath it. So when it splits, it's hidden. And now we just need to add our arm ties. Remember this long strip we made? We're gonna cut it in half. And then we're going to attach it, glue them down. Y'all, seriously, how cute is this for your baby bird? Don't get wrapped into this one just yet. We have one more for you, and I promise it's even more adorable. Is your little one obsessed with dinosaurs? Then this project is for you. let's get started. Let's prep our spikes. The first step is to keep our fabric folded, and we're also going to be cutting this on the fold. Now let's get the body of the tail together. We're not done with this scrap yet. Now let's cut out our waist ties. I'm using a glue gun for this project. Make sure you use fabric-safe glue. Our next step is going to be gluing down the edges of our spikes. Our next step is going to be assembling our tail, making sure that the narrow sides of the spikes go down to the narrow side of the tail. Now let's get our tail stuffed with our fiber fill. With our tails secured, we're going to do a small fold in. This is going to give added security when your child's running around with this tail on. Now that we have our waist ties on and we have it completely stuffed, we're going to add in our closure and we are ready to go. These 3 easy no-sew costumes will have your little one's dress-up closet the envy of the neighborhood. I can't wait to get this on Garrison. For more kid-friendly crafts, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.